Jesus. And next question is.
Man, I can't believe this. I was gonna be able to pay my car note this month.
I knew it. I always had a feeling about that dude.
Oh, man! What are we supposed to do now? This gay gonna be here in an hour.
Oh, no. We can't with this song now. I mean, if everyone, think he a homo, we get on the track with him, we gonna be homos by association, dog.
But, excuse me? Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference.
This guy, he is crazy. He got a chemical imbalance or something.
I'm just saying, man, you look much taller in the videos.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That is a rage, a holy, we're both gonna die.
What happened to I don't fear no man but God?
Point. Now, some people see this so-called mountain of evidence, these videotapes.
Underage boy? Oh, no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for mans.
There's a wild theory flying around the internet right now, and it's got people looking at the Boondocks like it was more than just a comedy. Fans think the show wasn't just clowning Diddy for laughs, it was actually throwing warnings straight at us. With Diddy now facing major court heat and all these rapper names popping up in connection to his so-called homo thug crew, folks are starting to rewatch those old episodes with brand new eyes.
A young woman, beautiful woman. She's a lawyer, or at least she was. She used to be an entertainment lawyer. I'm not gonna say her name. The story is enough. She witnessed something. She witnessed something that was disturbing to her. But what was really disturbing to her was the conversation that she had with Diddy after. See, Christopher Williams, I don't know, I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened. But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album.
And here's the twist. Some fans say it ain't just about Diddy. They believe the Boondocks was dragging the entire music industry. All the behind-the-scenes power games, shady deals, secret relationships, the whole system. The show might have been exposing it all under the radar. So let's dive into this crazy world of the Boondocks and break down what people are starting to notice. First up, the clearest example, Gangstalicious. Yep, Frederick, aka Gangstalicious, that over-the-top gangsta rapper with a tough guy persona. Always screaming thug life, getting violent, acting hard.
Deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork. See. And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop. She just walked out, and she just kept her head down at the office the rest of the day, I believe it was, and I don't...
Basically, he was a parody of everything the early 2000s hip-hop scene celebrated. But here's the catch. Gangstalicious had a secret he was hiding hard. Behind all that gangsta talk, he was a closeted gay man, scared to death that if the truth got out, his whole career would crumble.
I think it was at the end of business day that day, but I think it was the following day. He came into her office and was like, yeah, so you came in there, so what? What you gonna do? You gonna say something? And she was like, oh no, she was like, I just don't understand why you left the door unlocked. If you were in there doing that, why would you leave the door unlocked? He said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do in my building. And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my dick, I can make people do anything.
And it gets deeper. He even had a low-key relationship with a thug named Lincoln. But that situation went south real quick. There's a crazy theory exploding online, and it's got folks rewatching the Boondocks like it's a documentary instead of a cartoon. People are saying the show wasn't just roasting Diddy for jokes. It was trying to warn us.
Alleges that I gave Puffy to get a record deal. Anybody who knows me knows that is ridiculous. If I were gay, I would be openly gay. I have friends who are just coming out the feds right now from when I first released the record, who would like to do nothing more than to show her who the fuck I really am. But I'm like, bro, she's hurting. I'm praying for her. If I'm really solid.
Now that Diddy's caught up in court drama and big-name rappers are being linked to his alleged homo thug crew, that one legendary episode is getting a whole new spotlight. But here's where it flips. Fans are saying if you only zero in on Diddy, you're missing the real message.
Despite the hip-hop community being the driving force behind the Stop Snitching movement, rappers tend to snitch on themselves a lot. In 2000, rapper Gangstalicious reported record executive Johnny Guinness with a tennis racket and a bottle of Hennessy on the set of a music video. Guinness refused to cooperate with authorities, but the next day, Gangstalicious made an appearance on MTV's TRF.
Hold up, drop the beat, Gangstalicious, my mind's too vicious, EMC's all day, delicious, my whole crew up in this, no doubt we gonna win this, smack up your moms like I smacked Johnny Guinness, 3 o'clock yesterday, I don't care what they say, suckers really shouldn't play, I hit them with the Hennessy.
They believe the Boondocks was exposing the whole industry. The behind-closed-doors deals, the fake personas, the secret pressure, all that dirt the public wasn't supposed to see. So let's break this down and look at the characters people say are reflections of real industry drama.
With our guest Jessica Ethelberg, also known as Wonder Cheeks, reading excerpts from her amazing new best-selling book, The Private Lives of Superstar Rappers.
Of all the rappers I met during those years, I loved Gangstalicious the most. I called him Freddie. I wanted more than anything to give my heart to him forever, but I couldn't because
he was so unbelievably gay. So unbelievably gay!
First up, Frederick, better known as Gangstalicious. He's one of the most iconic rappers in the show, always playing the tough guy act. Violent, aggressive, rocking that gangsta image, straight out of early 2000s rap culture. But it was all for show. Gangstalicious had a big secret. He was a closeted gay man, terrified that if it ever came out, it would destroy his image and end his career. And yeah, there was more.
You see, fall back away from me. Just in the VIP. Now bump it to the left and bump it to the right. Cause when you do the home, do it.
He had a hidden relationship with a thug named Lincoln. But that situation, it got messy real fast. So here's where it gets even wilder. Lincoln, the dude Gangstalicious was secretly messing with, ended up trying to kill him while they were on tour. All because he felt played and betrayed. Now, if we're sticking to the theory that Gangstalicious is a mirror of Diddy, then who does Lincoln represent? That's the question fans have been obsessing over. And the names getting thrown around? Straight up explosive.
And next question is...
Some folks say it might have been Biggie. Others think it could be Mace, Shine, or even Christopher Williams. And in Biggie's case, let's be real, there's always been whispers that his bond with Diddy ran way deeper than just business. While nothing's ever been confirmed, insiders used to claim Diddy treated Big like he was more than just a friend, like a girlfriend behind the scenes.
Man, I can't believe this. I was gonna be able to pay my car note this month.
I knew it. I always had a feeling about that dude.
Oh, man! What are we supposed to do now? This gay gonna be here in an hour.
Oh, no. We can't with this song now. I mean, if everyone, think he a homo, we get on the track with him, we gonna be homos by association, dog.
As for Mace and Shine, those same rumors been floating around them too. But again, nothing solid's ever come out to prove anything beyond business ties. Until we get to Christopher Williams. That's where it all gets real messy. Multiple sources say they saw Diddy and Christopher getting way too close, right inside Bad Boy's own studio.
But, excuse me? Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference.
Jaguar Wright even said that a woman who worked as a lawyer at Bad Boy told her she walked in on Diddy and Christopher, and allegedly, Christopher was down on his knees. That's what was said, and it shook people up. Now, to be fair, Christopher Williams later denied everything. He brushed it off and flipped the conversation, making it all about proving he's a straight man. But Jaguar Wright wasn't even trying to label him. What she said hit way deeper. This wasn't about who's gay or not. It was about power. According to Jaguar, Diddy wasn't moving out of desire. He was flexing control. She wasn't saying Christopher was into it. She was saying he was hungry for a deal and felt like he had no choice.
This guy, he is crazy. He like got a chemical imbalance or something.
I'm just saying, man, you look much taller in the videos.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That a rage a hole and we're both gonna die.
What happened to I don't fear no man but God?
That's a whole different conversation right there. Now let's swing back to Gangstalicious, one of the wildest moments in the Boondocks. When he bragged on live TV about beating up a label executive on a music video set and got arrested on the spot. Fans couldn't help but draw a straight line from that to a real-life Diddy moment, the infamous Steve Stoute situation from 1999. Back then, Diddy had beef over Nas's Hate Me Now video.
Now, some people see this so-called mountain of evidence, these videotapes.
See, Diddy had the idea to show himself nailed to a cross, but later changed his mind and wanted the scene cut. Steve Stoute, an exec at Interscope, wasn't having it. He'd already dropped $14,000 on that scene and wasn't about to waste it. Next thing you know, Diddy pulled up to Stoute's office with 2 bodyguards and allegedly laid hands on him. Reports from the National Enquirer and police said it got ugly, all over a scene Diddy originally approved.
Underage boy? Oh no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for mans.
1 minute I'm in a meeting. Next thing I know, I'm laid out on the floor, Steve Stoute told reporters. Puffy and his guys are kicking and punching me. One of them grabs a chair and throws it. Puffy flips my desk over like a madman, and they all just walk out like nothing happened. His jaw was swollen, his head was bruised, and emotionally, he was shook, scared, embarrassed, and full of rage. As far as I'm concerned, that was an attempt on my life. I only survived because they missed. Now here's where things take another turn. There's a crazy parallel between Gangstalicious and Diddy that fans say can't be a coincidence. In the Boondocks, Gangstalicious fakes a relationship with a hip-hop video vixen named Jessica Helberg. But everything falls apart when Jessica drops a messy tell-all book that exposes his secret. Sound familiar? A lot of folks believe Jessica's character was inspired by none other than Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex. Kim started off as a model and video girl, too, showing up in classics like Heavy D's Truthful and Big Daddy Kane's Smooth Operator. But here's the most chilling part. Word on the street is that Kim was working on a tell-all book about Diddy before she passed in 2018. Allegedly, she was this close to getting it published. And ever since then, there's been non-stop whispers that her death wasn't as natural as the public was told. Some sources even claim that on the very day, well, let's just say what happened next has never sat right with a lot of people. Now, some fans think Jessica from the Boondocks might not just be based on Kim Porter, but also on Corinne's superhead Steffens, the video vixen turned author who blew the lid off the industry with her tell-all books. Corinne didn't hold back. She spilled everything about what really goes on behind the scenes, and even told Wendy Williams she once walked in on 2 male music execs, getting real personal in the studio. There's even that wild scene in the Boondocks where Jessica is on a talk show reading from her book, dragging Gangstalicious, and exposing him as gay right on air. The crowd eats it up. But behind the scenes, it's chaos. And let's not forget Gangstalicious' biggest hit, Homies Over Hoes. Riley and his crew were singing it loud, dancing, hyped up, not realizing the song was packed with gay innuendos. Back then, people thought it was just a funny spoof, clowning how rappers sneak stuff into lyrics. But now, people are listening again with fresh ears and realizing the Boondocks might have been calling stuff out way ahead of its time. Especially with all the tough guy rappers that used to roll with Diddy, who now have alleged stories about living double lives. Gangstalicious might not be a copy of just one rapper. He might be a whole mashup of industry secrets the show was trying to sneak past the censors. Some fans think Jessica from the Boondocks wasn't just based on one person. She might have been a blend of Kim Porter and Corinne's superhead Steffens. Corinne dropped multiple books spilling all the messy, behind-the-scenes dirt about the music game. And she even told Wendy Williams she caught 2 male music execs getting real intimate in a studio one time. There's even that infamous scene in the Boondocks where Jessica goes on a talk show, reading her book and straight up exposing Gangstalicious on live TV, calling him out for being gay, while the whole crowd watches in shock. And then, you got Gangstalicious' hit song, Homies Over Hoes, which had Riley and his boys jumping around, chanting lyrics that were packed with hidden meanings. Back then, it seemed like a hilarious roast of the way rappers sneak double meanings into their songs. But now, fans are playing that track again, and they're realizing it might have been more truth than joke. Especially with all the rappers tied to Diddy who acted hard in public, but allegedly had quiet relationships with men behind closed doors. At the end of the day, Gangstalicious might not be a shot at just one rapper, but a whole coded warning about what's really happening in the industry. Gangstalicious feels like a full-blown mashup of real rappers, all of them tied to rumors about living double lives behind the fame. His obsession with looking hard, keeping control, and allegedly pressuring younger artists into silence? That lines up a little too well with what folks are now accusing Diddy of doing behind closed doors. So for the people who still think the Boondocks was just a cartoon for laughs, it's time to really think twice. That whole Gangstalicious storyline might have been straight up snitching on the industry. In plain sight. Whether it came from real gossip, deep research, or just genius-level satire, it predicted the chaos we're watching unfold right now. So what do you think? Was the Boondocks way ahead of its time? Was Gangstalicious really a warning shot about Diddy and others like him? Or are people just now connecting dots that were always in front of us? Let me know how you feel in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, share this with someone who needs to see it. And I'll catch you in the next one.